Peace. I spend time. I spend time in my day. I do not do this on purpose. It is a bit of a mystery to me. I've been trying to figure it out. But I spend some time in my day every day. This just comes up for me. I think about love a lot. This interpersonal type of love. In many different ways. And I look deeply into human beings. I recognize their patterns and their nature and their proclivities. The things that they are doing that perhaps they are not aware of, but that can be seen if you are observant, if you are present. The ways that we interact with each other. And I think about love in that context. And what would you desire in love? What is the truth of it? I think you want to be seen. I think you want to be seen, and I think you want to be accepted. And I think that is terrifying. I think we are horrified of that. That we would be seen and that we would be accepted. That it would be possible for another human being not to be a source of gratification, not to be a sort of a resource, not to love someone for your idolized version of them, but for who they are wholly and completely, for their past, for the present, for what they will become, for the changes that they will go through, for their flaws, the things that are very difficult about them. For that to be something that can be seen, that it is safe for you to be able to show that, for it to be seen, acknowledged, known, lived with, and loved. I think that would be a very special thing. I think that would be a very special thing. Not just to receive, but to be able to do that. To be able to do that. And very much throughout my day, I think of it in my own perspective, probably too much in a romantic type of a setting. I'm a man. I would like a wife. I would like children. I would like to be able to share my heart. I would like to be able to witness myself in the capacity of a shared experience that is love. To be able to know myself there. And to receive that. But it does not just have to be in that way. It does not just have to be in that way, As a father, as a child, as a son, as a neighbor, as a stranger. If we can develop such a humility within ourselves that we understand and that we accept the flaws that are inherent in our own being, the things that we know that it is wrong, and we keep making the same mistakes. Things like that. The patterns that we are learning from that are difficult. They serve a purpose, but they are difficult, not just for us, but for those close to us, perhaps. For that to be occurring, to be able to recognize it within yourself, to be able to know that it exists in others, to have met yourself in such a horrifying depth, and met the bravery in which it takes, the harm, the hurt that it takes, to be able to recognize within yourself these things and to accept them. Not to neglect them, not to hide them away, but to be present with them. To be loving towards them. If we could do that within ourselves, which is a grand task in itself, this is a work that is forever. But if we can do that for ourselves, perhaps I can look at my neighbor and understand they are having a unique difficulty as well, and that it is still worth loving, it is still worth caring for, being present for, withstanding the difficulty that comes from it. Would this world not be so beautiful if we can do that? And it is okay if we're not in a place where that is occurring right now. That is okay. But let us play with our imagination here. Let us use our thought and our heart and our feeling, our intuitive capability, the vision that exists within you. Would that not be such a beautiful thing? To be able to recognize yourself is entirely flawed and worth loving. And every other human being walking this earth is worth loving. What a profound thing that would be. I believe that would change your life completely. Completely. It would turn it on its head. To be active within a love that is something like that. And I believe God would come alive. Not that God is not alive, but that you would make God more alive through your own being from choosing so. It would be God's revealed nature through your being to be able to love in that way. And that is such a wonderful thing. That is such a wonderful thing. And you know, I say this probably too much, or maybe not enough, I do not know. If you are searching for purpose, here is purpose for you. Here is the grandest thing that you can do in this life, is to learn to love. And not in ignorance, in awareness. You are flawed. I see you. It is okay. You are safe here. And to do that for yourself. You know, there is a reason why they say forgiveness is the way. All things are open from this. All possibilities are made present because you are not turning away from the truth, because you are accepting towards it, because you are loving, because you are willing to have scars. You are willing to go through something difficult in loving yourself, in loving everyone else. That is a profound thing, you know. They tell a bit of the story. To have scars, to have wounding, to be hurt, and to overcome it, to make it into something that is empowering towards you. Not in a way that says, I will be greater than all things that have hurt me, but to know that they are you. It is your equal. In the ways that you are different, here is where you are the same. And just to be able to recognize that. You don't need to be perfect. But to be able to recognize that, to have it in your awareness and to practice it a little bit. What a beautiful world this could be. And that is a beautiful thing about humanity, you know. I spend a lot of time recognizing horrible truths. And I would be a liar if I said it does not affect me. But in every horrible truth, there is a divine task to create this horrible truth, to be able to face it, to be able to accept it, and to be able to craft it, to be able to mold it into something that is beautiful, to be able to hold it as sacred, to know it, and from the place of your own heart and God alive within you, that it is made into something sacred and divine that is transformative. and revelatory of your own spirit, of the highest truth that does live within you. And I believe that this love can be. And whoever you are, despite any difficulties we may have, and I'm sure in the life I have lived, I have had and I will have plenty of difficulties with myself and others, and that is okay. It is a divine task. It is a gift. And I'm grateful for this. And I thank you for sharing in that journey. I thank you for that. And perhaps I will be humble enough to getting around to thanking myself as well. To be able to acknowledge those type of things. And to be happy for them. And I pray and I hope and I wish that you will receive the same of yourself and know it to be true. Beautiful love and truth. Glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful God that you are courage, strength, protection with you. Peace.